of having the idea wherever it comes from. It might be something the inventor needs for himself, something that solves his or her problem. Someone told me the other day, a marketing person, expert in marketing, they said sometimes inventors look for the gap in the market. Many times that gap is there for a reason. There isn't a market in the gap. Another successful businessman I spoke to recently said this: buyers buy. Existing customers of existing products are very good likely customers for you. So statistically speaking, an invention is much more likely to succeed if it is an improvement on an existing product. The second step now, as soon as you've had the idea, to evaluate the idea. Evaluating the idea is absolutely the most critical step, because if you don't, it will spell doom for the project. Failure to evaluate the idea causes ideas to really fail so many ways. In fact, you can look at it this way: it's not possible to skip the evaluation step, because everything that you do after you have the idea is evaluating the idea. Even if you go ahead and develop it and put money into it, that is simply the most expensive, time-consuming, and difficult way to evaluate the idea. The cheapest, simplest, and fastest way to do it is to ask the right question about your idea as soon as you've had it. What's the right question? This is the right question. Given that I am not the first person to have this idea, why is it not currently available on the market as a product? Why have the other people before me who've had this same idea, and I guarantee you people have, why have they been unable or unwilling to develop the idea? Now, you go and you search and find the answer to that question. The question might fall into one of several categories. Either it has been tried and it simply doesn't work, or it is so expensive compared to the problem that it solves, or people just don't want it. The third step then is create a business plan. You need a business plan. Even if you think you're going to just sell the idea and move on to the next one, the idea needs a business plan. Because the value of an idea is what? Zero. An idea has no value at all. Only when the idea has been turned into a profitable business does it have value. And then it's the business and its assets that hold the value, not the idea itself. Has value. So you're writing a business plan, and the next step is step 4, visit your patent attorney. Now they will say, visit to me is the first step. I hardly disagree. Visit to them is the 4th step, because it may be the safest thing to patent every idea as soon as you have it. And it is if you have unlimited funds. But a patent on a product that isn't proven and has a business plan behind it and isn't going to generate cash is money down the road. So you visit with your patent attorney, and because it has a business plan, because you've evaluated the idea, that conversation will have an agenda, it will have a direction, and you'll get a lot more value for money. The 5th step then is obtain financial backing. If you don't get enough money to complete the project, you get halfway through the project, and everything you've put into it up to that point will go right down the gurgler. So get adequate financing right up there. The next step is my favorite step: develop the idea. You know that when I get involved, I reduce the risk, I shorten the time for the development, and I reduce the cost of development. The 7th step is sell. Sell, sell, sell. If you cannot see yourself selling, then inventing is probably the wrong career for you. This is the only way you're going to ever make back the investment. You've got to sell the product, market it, advertising, distribution channels, networking, everything you need to do to get the product out to market. The last step is your exit strategy. You need an exit strategy. Investors need to know what your exit strategy is, because they need to know when they're going to get their money back. If you're doing the same thing in 5 years from now, you've probably not succeeded. To know that you've succeeded, you have your exit plan, and you take it. You know when the right time is to take it. Because too many times inventors will fail to take their exit when the time comes, and they become the greatest obstacle to their own idea. Don't let that happen to you. Know when it's time to get out and get out. These 8 steps summarize: have the idea, evaluate the idea, make a business plan, get intellectual property protection, get adequate financing, develop the idea thoroughly, sell, and then exit. Those 8 steps, when followed, can produce innovation success for inventors. Inventing is the worst case scenario when it comes to business innovation. It's the most difficult path. You're creating a business out of nothing where there was none before, but it is possible, and it has been done, and it needs to be done for progress to be made. Now visit me online, please, at johnsjacob.com. Also visit me on YouTube at The Innovation